All right, so Holler and I are sitting here talking
Hey,
about
everybody.
things, and I was saying to you don't understand. All right, so remember, I got fired the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just, all right, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
I got fired the first time and got a job.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Already
Well, I
had
already
a
had a
job.
job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the second time, I got de-scoped, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand how easy it is for me to jump back into getting a job again. How many people
Right.
started coming at me
Right.
with, here's a position, give me your resume, give me your resume. Like, so many places, so many people,
Mm-hmm.
that I started feeling overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what? Let me just back up and go with this first plan of traveling.
Right, because you've been talking about that for a minute.
And let
Right.
me just tell everybody, I'll get back to them in August.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to send you my resume yet because I don't need you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to follow up, I don't want it. I don't want to be gone thinking about my job, thinking about interviewing, thinking about answering phone calls, thinking about replying to It just started feeling overwhelming.
Right.
Even my company now, girl,
Mm-hmm.
they sent me. Oh, do I keep changing?
Yeah, because I got something to say, so go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say they sent me a whole thing, and they needed me. It was
Like
due
right away,
It was
right?
due on March 19th.
Mm-hmm.
They needed me to fill out the matrix and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like it, so I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? Let me just go with this because it's so easy to fall back into that
This new
comfort
plan,
zone.
right?
Yeah.
But you know what? Also, right, for you all, like watching her life, when you live with scarcity, you will run and jump and go the opposite of where your gut is telling you and where your spirit is telling you. She always follows abundance. So when people are coming to her like, you need a job. We need resources.
Yeah.
She's the queen of knowing how to manage her resources. So she already knows I put some things out there in the universe, in the atmosphere. I've told God some things. And when God is ready to give her those things, she can't now go running back to what's comfortable because she's afraid of lack. Because her life is not lack.
So I was like, so we're gonna walk this and see what happens.
Yes. But we already know what's gonna happen. We just don't know how it's gonna look.
We don't know how it's gonna look.
Right? We don't know how it's going to look. But we know what's going to happen. All's going to be well. And when it's time for you to go back to wherever you go back to, it's going to be ready for you.
And even when I'm saying to you, doing 1099, it just feels like a good comfort blanket. Mm-hmm. It feels like that whole, see, you can do this because you're going to go back to a job.
Yeah. On
because
your terms.
When I didn't think about going back to the job, hold on, we got to come over here because my arm.
Your arm's getting tired?
When I wasn't thinking about going back to the job, I was feeling real brokish. And what that started having me do, it had me planning from a space of not having money. And I didn't want to do that. Because one thing that Miami taught me, because we stayed at the co-worker's place and it wasn't the cleanest, one thing it taught me is aesthetics is still so important to me. Traveling, if I have to travel and stay in places that are less than,
major camera,
it's not gonna feel as fun.
Because again, it's not you. You're not a scarcity person.
Yeah, so I said, so I can't go at it. I don't want to go at it with that mentality. So therefore, I have to feel like I'm coming back to it. I'm going to get a job when I come back and I'll replenish whatever it is.
Right.
Whether that's true or not.
How are you going to go on vacation and live in a different way than what you live every day? That's not vacation.
That's not, and,
you know what I mean? Like if you're used to something, right? It don't have to be a mansion, but if it's a room, it needs to be a clean room. So whatever it is you're used to, you don't have to go down to get your dream. Your dream should always be upward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I have to do the mind trick to make me do that. But girl, we staying at the Waldorf Astoria in Amsterdam. Did I tell you that?
No.
For free. Because I have 2 free night certificates and you can stay at any property.
Wow.
And the rule is, what they always try to tell you is you might as well stay at the best of the best because it don't matter. So we're staying at the Waldorf Astoria for 2 nights in Amsterdam right before the cruise.
And look, you know that reminds me when Shelly and I wanted to go to my cousin's birthday party in Texas. And we was both like, girl, we on this budget, right? But we wanted to go, like, why not as amazing? We wanted to go. She had flights, I had the place to stay.